today the home edit is here doing my laundry room space with all the laundry stuff, the household cleaning stuff. So there's an area, we're doing all of the closets and the spaces eventually, but there's one that is really overflowing with clutter that needs to be organized. Under my sink with Shayna, a new segment of life. This stresses me out to the maximum. To be in a brand new space like this and to feel like it's already cluttered is stressful. We've got all these products. So I'm sorry for all the pregnancy tests and breast pads and Invisalign retainers and all the nasty stuff that you're about to encounter. I'm gonna help them, so I'll be right back. So while Shane and Emily are out to lunch, I am now going through and I'm trying to declutter the space. Any organizer, whether it's the home edit, whether it's Marie Kondo, whether it's anyone, from the most maximalist, I don't know that that's a phrase, a word, to the most minimalist of organizers, they say you have to declutter first. You need to take out the items that you're not using so that it will look better, so that you can just get that clutter out, you know, for so many different reasons. And I really would love to be a minimalist sometimes in my life. However, every time that I try to be, it's really a challenge for me because it's not how I'm wired. So what I'm doing now, I'm finding a balance between minimalism and maximalism. So I'm keeping the things that I need, but also that like I may need in the near future, without keeping things that I absolutely know that I don't need and hoarding. So I think that there's a great middle ground that you can find, and you have to really think of like what makes you happy. So when I walk into my closet that the home edit did for me, I feel so much joy, even though I don't even eat the green cereal. It's for looks. Most of the stuff we eat, but some of the stuff's for looks, but it looks great. And it really goes with the rainbow. So until I find a green cereal that I actually eat, it is what it is. Bathroom things can really pile up. That's what's happened with mine. And right now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna declutter what I can. I'm now going through and decluttering and realizing how much stuff has accumulated under my sink. 38 trays of Invisalign from my first round. So during Invisalign, you have a refinement phase and then they have those, but like, are my teeth gonna move back to they were 38 trays ago? No. Why was I keeping these? Lord knows. Well, you might wonder why it looks a little darker in here. It's because literally all day long, we have been organizing, and I love it that people really love this series because I'm doing different spaces on different videos because, you know, lumping it all into one, I feel like it's just really tough because each space is so different and you have different items in different spaces, and I feel like they're all kind of a different animal to tackle. So I'm so excited. The bathroom is done. So I'm now going to go through every category and talk about what we did. So off camera, it was basically just a complete declutter, getting rid of the things that we know for sure I'm not using. Like usually the general rule of thumb is like, if you're only using something like every 3 months or so, especially like every 6 months, get rid of it. Obviously get rid of all the expired items, get rid of anything like half-used lipstick that you feel like you don't go to, you know, store those things somewhere else or throw them away or give them away. So we did all that off camera, and then we started grouping things. So it's really important when you're organizing things to get everything out of the cabinets. You really have to see what you're working with. You really want to start with a clean, like fresh space and fresh slate. You're gonna see where we grouped face items, beauty or body items, feminine items. Like for me, I have a weave category, items, teeth items. You know, everybody's gonna kind of have their own individual things. And then of course, making sure that we had all of the right storage containers. There are 1 million storage containers at the Container Store. And every project that we do, we get different ones, I feel like. So The ones that we used today in this project, I actually haven't used before, and I love how they look in the bathroom. Upon first glance, how much better does that look? Wow. Look at my sink. How much better that looks, how much cleaner that looks. I am forever feeling like I'm starting out my day totally disheveled because I've got makeup everywhere, and I had 95 different face products over here in the corner, and it just was getting out of control, especially given what I do and always trying like new products and stuff like that. I just really needed a good storage system. So that's what we have now. Like It, that's the brand of these. And these are Like It drawers. These are Like It inserts. So inside these drawers are these inserts. And then you're gonna have all of the categories. So every woman, even though I'm pregnant 100% of the time and don't necessarily need this, if I decide to stop having children back to back, maybe one day I will again. So also I have everything from like C-section recovery things in there to basically like anything feminine. You can switch out, you know, whatever your personal preference is. I've even got like pregnancy tests in there, like clear blue strips in there, and like all kinds of things. Each of these little inserts, they slide down in there and they make these drawers custom to you and what you want to put in the drawer. So next, let's look at the body drawer. So lotions and things like that go in here. We've got deodorant in one of these little inserts. We've got this from our stretch marks. We've got this Joy Oil. We've got just this body cream. Those are all great things that I like to utilize when I'm pregnant. And see how nice these things are, sliding in like that. And then we've got this hair drawer. So you can just use these drawers as the drawer, but I prefer to put the inserts in there and keep things separated. For some reason, for me, I really have a hard time keeping things organized if they're not separated like they are in my drawers. If you look here, we've got all of my brushes here, and then the combs that I put my hair extensions in with. We've got these tools and things like that, so I've got the longer one. I have hair oil back here, some tiny little hairsprays and a dry, or a powder that I use for dry shampoo. Back here, we've got like kind of scrunchy-ish hair ties, and these are all the clear ones. And we got bobby pins here to the right. Super organized and fantastic. So as you can see here, we've got these two hair, these are actually the inserts, the Like It inserts that we just used right here because you've got this pipe. So everybody's dealing with different things and different challenges for their space, and you really just have to kind of customize it with whatever you find from the Container Store or, you know, wherever you're getting your product. You have to just make it work for your space. So don't just look at mine and be like, oh, I need all that stuff. Make sure that you measure it and you know that it's gonna fit in your space. Here we've got hairspray. This is all the Oribe too, because this is my favorite kind of hairspray. All the hairsprays, and then we've got all the dry texturizing sprays. So it's always nice if you can have things that are the same color like this. And if it's something that you use a lot, I highly recommend doing backstock. I know that's kind of excessive and some people don't want that much stuff, but for me, it works. So then we've got this tall one, and these are everything like not Oribe, and it's the same thing. So it's just hairsprays and dry shampoos. So you see that fits really nicely in my space and it makes it look really organized. I mean, this was literally a train wreck before. So now let's move on to face. So in the face drawer, you have everything skincare. And I have so much skincare stuff just from being pregnant and then not being pregnant and having different kind of things happen to my face while I'm pregnant. And in the back, I've got some face rollers. On the right, I have some eyebrow dye. And then here I have like basically all of my creams, eye creams, face creams. These are all serums on the right. And then these are all everything from like cleansers to creams, any kind of cream-based thing. I kind of tried to separate these like that and make them to where they felt organized, but some face stuff is kind of versatile. So, and then makeup. So this is kind of backstock makeup that I'll use like every once in a while. My hero makeup pieces that I use every single day are there, but I switch out makeup a lot. So here We've kind of separated like into, these are powders, so face powders, eyeshadow, blushes, bronzers. Here are cream-based face things, so see how we've like grouped them like this. This is how you should organize your space, by grouping things. Then you're gonna have a lot easier time knowing where the things go, so you don't just start throwing things, you know, from bin to bin. In the back, I'm always taking lipstick and lip gloss and lip liner out of my purse and throwing them in my top drawer and junking it up. So I decided to make a space just for those lipsticks that I do that with, and I highly recommend doing that. These are like larger palettes, brushes, and a few overflow items. I really like to have the bar in my bathroom, or whatever you call it, countertop. I really like to have it as free as possible. So these are from the Container Store also, and I love these. So I've got just the jewelry that I take off every day. I've got hand soap, cleanser that I'm using right now, and then a couple perfumes because they just look nice on there. And as you guys can see, over here, they did Kyle a matching side, which looks great. So you always want to utilize your drawer space. Like we had to truly like create drawers under the counter that weren't there before. But if you have nice drawers, utilize those and really find ways to organize and separate those. Drawer number 1. So we've got things that I like use kind of every day. So we've got my Invisalign, and we've got just like teeth stuff. So, you know, toothbrush and toothpaste, Q-tips, and then we've just got some chapsticks and stuff like that. This is a hair drawer. So, got hair cutting scissors from back when Kyle used to allow me to cut his hair. We've got the hair that I'm currently wearing. We've got some backup weaves. We've got, these are the things that I put my hair in with. Scissors, like if I need something to cut something off one of my hair pieces. These two go with my weaves. These are extra little beads and wire. And then these are to attach those. So this is kind of like a weave drawer. Lastly, we've got this last drawer, and I've just got a little bit, you know, some more hair clips, some eye patches. I've got my CO2 masks, and these are kind of like specialty, like spa items. And then these just fit there. So that last drawer, sometimes it's just kind of like whatever's left over. I feel like we're really getting good at kind of like choosing what goes well in each space. So I really like these pieces for the bathroom. Obviously, like I said, measure it out, but you can also, if you don't live in a city where the home edit is, I live in Nashville, which is where the home edit is based, but if you don't live in LA or New York or Dallas, wherever they have their places, you can always get their book off of Amazon, which I'll link below. I look at it all the time and get ideas for the spaces that I do myself. And you can hire them too to do like a DIY service where they'll send you like the product list and then you can just do it yourself, or just watch this video. I've linked everything that I've used and try and do it yourself, because you can like order their labels or you can make your own. But organizing, you know, just make it work for you. So I wanted to take you through the bathroom organization first. And then I'm also gonna show you the laundry organization. And then next week we're doing our closets. So people are loving this series so much. So I'm so excited to do all these spaces. So thank you so much for watching. Check out all the links in the description and organize your life, okay?